On for G2 is if G2 falls flat again, it is going to leave a lot of questions.
Jankos is setting up if Caps gets the stun here.
Good stun, good follow-up. Jankos easy point-click move in. Now going to flash forward, second auto, third, and gets the first blood. Game over, I like it. That's this one. Wonder has no ultimate. Now keep in mind, if he manages to steal a soul heal, he can't get the reset. Jankos now trying to move in. That's the knockup. Wonder now moving into the midst of everybody. Diego does so much damage. If he can find the reset, he can turn the fight. He gets the reset. Now the ult is back available. He takes the Wonder, though, not the Jace. Lions smartly pulling back.
Yeah, they have the bot push. Now they get the mid push. Now G2 are the ones who can get the setup. This is really important. If they can be the ones to just pull the trigger before they get chunked out by Rumble ults or Jace QEs or Ezreal, then they should be favored. Wonder's on the side.
Gonna be big. He's gonna try to start to the stun. Maybe he can get El Yoya or Karzi. That's gonna be the big target. That's the Rumble now locked up. Jankos in the midst of everything, just isolating Karzi, making sure Karzi can't do damage. Now that's the shutdown. If Wonder lives through this fight, he gets the reset. Now he's the Rumble. He can move through if he needs to. Jankos going in. Humanoid going down. G2 have taken the fight as expected, and now they turn for the Dragon.
Hold the tower anyway, so let's at least try to get something. Reckless with the Proudest Glow ult.
Ulti, now Karzi's been locked up. They're gonna burn him down. All too easy. The turn and burn, the equalizer does a lot of work there. Maybe they can turn it back onto Caps. His focus on this tower, but Arma now gonna be the one in trouble. Big damage coming in for the Viego. Unstoppable on the back half of the ulti, but they go in. They've locked him up under tower, but it's not enough. He resets. What is this champion? He will get taken down in the end, but G2.
Mickey has flash. He could pull the trigger whenever, and Mad Lions with the Jace can kind of clear waves now. Have to see what happens.
Turn it off to the side, but Jankos is right in his face. He's going to go for the bank gate. They're going to follow. Mickey's there with a follow-up CC as well. That's going to be another charm coming in. Mickey just too clean this game. Reckless finding a kill off to the side. Everybody on Mad is just getting torn to pieces. G2 are ruthless. Mad finding kills across the map, but not enough. As we get into this late game, it is all G2 all the time. Arma cannot find his montage moment as G2 now push in and will end their first game in the summer season, taking a game over the current LEC champions.
Still 20 seconds on Mad Lions, so I think they're probably going to end it here. They do have a lot of burst if someone wants to respawn, but they're just going to emote instead and take the first win of the split. They're making them walk into this Dragon Pit. They've got two pincer flanks on the right and the left, and here they come.
Ulti coming in, equalizer down. Neon gonna be in trouble on the backside. It's immediately the suplex, the dunk down. Wonder now stepping forward. Reckless in the midst of the pit. Who can get the Dragon? Who can get it? It's Jankos in the end. Reckless still alive for just a moment. Reckless ends up going down, but Limit off to the backside. Wonder getting peeled off. The Kog'Maw finally unleashed to do damage, but it's too little too late. Caps
after they flashed on them, and crucially it took QA out of the pit. Caps though might look for Neon.
Spectral Maw should be an easy pickup there. Gets the reset on the possession as well.
Help out his team on this Herald, but G2 doesn't look like they're going to give it up. You can see Jankos and Mickey around, hard trading mid.
1-2 looking for 3 and 4. Can't find the final auto. They do. He's going to tick and burn. Excellent use of the ulti and the Braum passive there. G2 going to find another kill onto 2 hours mid.
That was really clean.
Ma, where's the stun going to go? But waiting, just holding on for now. Goes invisible. He's going to lock up Jezus. Easy chain CC there. Zenith Blade comes out, but the gravity field still catches him, and that's the pick onto Jezus. Might here in the individual exchange. Certainly Nidalee has more up or a burst damage to take that down, but maybe SK just want to go for the full-on fight. That's the Dominus now coming out. Marked up is Gen X. Cuts the blows coming in. Treat just wants to finish that one, and it looks like they are going to be able to burn it down. Well played by the side of SK. If they can get out with their lives, it will absolutely be worthwhile. Jezus is just going to go down. In the meantime, Gen X in the back line buying space for the rest of the lineup.
It's a 5v3. Reckless is going in.
Going in. Mickey using him as a taxi to leap forward now. Concussive blows coming in. Treat's going to be in trouble, but he doesn't get marked up. Now it's Wonder off to the side, fishing for the Spectral Maw. We'll find 2 hours. That's going to be 1 stack, 2 stack, 3. Immediately, Blade of the Rune King procs that one so fast. Caps now following up in the meantime. He's going to get burned down. Treats finishes that one. Big shutdown onto Wonder. Maybe, just maybe, SK can defend the base, but G2 remain undeterred. The Baron buff backing them up. They will break the inhibitor, but Jankos getting shredded down. Treats in the midst of everybody. He goes gold and just bought that Zanya's in time. Still going to get shredded. Still going to get knocked down. And now G2 might just look for the win. Tier 2s be damned. They find the fight that they needed, and G2 are going to break the base.
And SK, I think that engaged. They just went a little bit too desperate there. Dropping the mid inhibitor wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but G2 pick up a few kills. They're going to pick up the Nexus, and they're going to do classic G2 style where they farm some damage dealt on the Fountain. Quick 27-minute win there for G2.
Well, we're going to hold that thought, because there's a bit of an engage in mid lane. Caps now trying to style, leaping in onto Mad to Felix. Big damage, and Caps.
Felix doesn't have flash just yet, and Caps is going in. He misses the E, though.
It's going to be big. Mickey now stepping forward. Concussive blows, though, should make this an easy, quick kill pickup as Caps gets out there with the R2. Perfect execution to finish the job. Caps on the backside. He's immediately exhausted. He has to wait that one out before he pushes any further. Jessica laying down a bit of damage as they move back. Promise Q now going to be in trouble. It doesn't look like they're going to try to turn here. G2 just going to be happy with the pick. Reckless on the backside, though, going to grab one kill. They can now fish for the resets. Caps in the midst of everybody. Zanzara, is he going to have enough space to move out. The flash away. Caps needs to finish off this kill here. Zanzara still running for the hills. Magic Felix off to the side, completely and totally isolated. Astralis are being dissected by G2 Esports. White Knight off to the back, trying to kick Reckless into the midst of the entire team. Maybe they get a little bit of lockdown, but Reckless goes golden, uses that stopwatch. Requiem simply not enough, and Reckless is still alive. The leap back, the knockback, the alley-oop. It is Dunk City here for G2.
Jeskla tried to get the ultimate off, but Caps finishes him off in the backline. He dies for it, but he saves a couple members.
G2 happy to have the win. We'll move up to 3-1, tying the top of the table. Astralis will drop down to 2-2, but still a solid showing from Astralis overall. Ultimately, though, G2 not here to mess around, you know?
Dive, Jeskla?
Never mind. They are here to mess around and to win the game.
How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it was quite a game we just had.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy we ended up with a win. And so far the summer season is going decent.
Decent. That is great to hear. Let's talk about this game though, because it was close. I feel. I mean, from a viewer's perspective. But how was it for you, and what made it so close?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think, I mean, our bot lane was kind of smurfing, right? They got the double kill like level 2, I think, or even maybe level 1.
Yeah.
So it was like, it kind of should be over from that maybe, but unfortunately, I think I got caught like quite a bit, which probably made it a bit harder for the game. Like they were pretty good at like catching me when I wanted to go on the Lucian. And then I guess I ended up like having to play a bit from behind from that. Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, and oh yeah. So basically, I mean, it was just like a bit hard, but then we also just farm, right? And especially when you have a really fat AD carry, when you get some more items on him, he will be much stronger than like other lanes, like relatively when he gets like more items. So while Reckless was super fat early, it might not be as easy to snowball as it is like later in the game when he actually gets more items.
All right. Well, I wanted to have your take on Akali because we've seen some unbeatables Akali so far. But as you said, you were in a difficult situation here. So can you explain the pick when it's in a difficult situation? How hard is it to play it with?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Akali is pretty strong right now. I think she does like a lot of damage, and especially the stealth is like hard to deal with for a lot of champions. I think this game, again, I felt a bit behind, so I wasn't doing as much damage as I wanted to. But I mean, still, even then, it's like if you get to a squishy, you'll probably just kill them. Especially when you have a lot of champions that can go in, it can be hard for especially AD carries and mid lanes to live. I guess this game they had Karthus, so maybe he didn't really want to live. He kind of wanted to die, but I can at least like try to bring him into his passive.
I'm glad that you mentioned Karthus because I was surprised that they went for this pick. We didn't see so many AP bot lanes usually lately, but what did you think of their drafting choices and this champion, especially in this composition?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like an interesting choice. I mean, they went for like the Lucian mid, so maybe they thought like they didn't want another AD carry, or maybe specifically against like Kali. I guess Karthus also makes some sense because it's a lot of like damage that goes through the W. But yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, I think I didn't actually see what happened like that with 1 or 2, but something went wrong. I think maybe Miki got like a Q off, and Reckless was able to like all in together with them. So it's hard to see to watch if they like die level 1 or 2. But definitely like in theory, it makes sense.
All right. Well, another flex pick in this meta, actually. We've seen a lot lately. To me, like, it's the center of this meta right now, the fact that you can pretty much flex anything into a lot of positions. And it reminds me that in 2019, it was one of the strong sides of G2, the fact that you were able to flex many picks and surprise the opponent. So how is this meta playing for you? And do you think you're going to be able to take advantage of it? Without saying too much, of course.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure, it's like a lot of fun so far. I mean, now next patch they are making like a kind of big patch change, so maybe things will change then. But I mean, so far there's a lot of champions that can be flexed, and we are kind of playing them on all roles, most of them at least. So in that sense, we don't really have any champions we don't feel particularly comfortable on in terms of like a lot of the stronger picks. So it's definitely nice meta for us. I think we have seen like a lot of Gwen bans against us so far. And today I think we got Gwen and Viego banned out before we got to pick. So definitely something that we like to have in the meta. But we'll see if it changes with the next patch.
Yeah, with the mobility and so on. But we'll touch on that a bit later. But for now, match of the week tomorrow, you'll face off against Rogue. Hansama felt a bit confident, I want to say, earlier when I talked to him about the matchup. How do you feel about Rogue and what you've seen from them so far?
I mean, Rogue seems decent. I mean, they're just like kind of doing the same thing they always do, right? They usually have a lot of like winning lanes and try to snowball the game. but there's a lot of kind of like new champions that can maybe like shake up a bit of the way they play. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable too. I think if we get a champion that can kind of like create some chaos, so to say, then they'll feel a bit out of their comfort zone. I mean, that's also kind of what we saw in the final. I feel like when Mad Lions were able to create a bit of chaos, like especially with like the Wukong and stuff, then they didn't really know what to do. And I'm hoping we can replicate that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see how you can spice things up against them tomorrow. But for now, Caps, thanks for the interview and good luck on match of the week.
Thank you for having me.